Hey fam, Facebook family, I'm on my page. Oh, having a rest. So I'm doing an amazing workshop at the moment myself, as I'm always in the work. And I had a massive thing just drop in that I wanted to share with you guys. So for you, those of you who are watching, make sure you say hello when you jump on. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments. And for those of you who are new to the tribe or new to me, my name is Nikki. I'm a love coach and I work with women who are looking to call in their soulmate king or queen. And yeah, it's amazing. I love it. And I'm the founder of Love Unleashed. So, well, Love Unleashed chose me, my entity. It's beautiful. So what really dropped in for me this morning on this call was that we were talking about relationships and attachment. So attachment came up in regards to the people that we have in our lives and how, what was it exactly? I'll read it so I don't fuck it up. So it says, all that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. And I was like, yeah. And of course, initially I was thinking about my kids and stuff. But then as we delved into it a bit deeper on the call, what really came through for me in regards to attachment and relationships was that I had this belief or idea running for a very long time that when I was in a relationship, at the beginning when it's really like exciting and full on and you're all like, wow, this is amazing and I want to spend all my time with you, and like it's that honeymoon phase, right, where you're just like, wow, this is the best, and you're feeling really attached to that person and connected and la, and you're like, wow, this is love, like this is how it's meant to feel. And then that kind of phase starts to drop off a little bit and you're kind of going, oh fuck, well what's happened here? Like, do I still love him? Am I still into him? Like, what's happened here? And what used to come up for me was that, and I'm aware that I'm talking really quickly, but this is just kind of flowing out of me, is that what used to come up for me was that I had this idea running that when I wasn't really attaching to the guy that I was with, when I wasn't really feeling like, oh, I need to be with you, I want to spend all my time with you, I want to have sex with you all the time, like I need to be in your space all the time. And I slipped into that beautiful space of non-attachment with him, where there was more freedom and spaciousness and expansion and expansiveness in the relationship. I perceived that as a loss of love. And that's landed hugely for me just now, because I was like, holy fuck, it's such a pattern that I could see, is that I perceived attachment and neediness and desperation to be with someone as love, and that when that attachment dissolved to that space of beautiful, loving, unconditional love, I perceived that as a loss of love. Whereas I now know, like Gary and I are in a beautiful space where we are really not attached. I'm not attached to him, because what I noticed too was that I was jotting down the things that were coming up for me that I was feeling attached to still, and my relationship wasn't one. And I was just like, whoa, that's amazing. And that's definitely due to the fact that I've done so much work on healing myself, like healing that space within myself and creating that beautiful self-love, that when I called Gary in, it wasn't from a space of need. It was because I just wanted someone to do life with, but I didn't need someone. I was really happy with being alone. I was really comfortable in that space. And I knew that if I was alone for the rest of my life, I was totally okay. So I started this relationship with non-attachment, and don't get me wrong, I still went through that beautiful honeymoon period, and it still came up for me making that in transition, because I was like, oh, this is so exciting and I so love you, and I had a lot of stuff, like I moved interstate for him, and not interstate but moved cities for him and stuff. So there's a lot of other stuff too, and I still went through that beautiful phase. But now we're in that amazing phase of, I don't feel attached to you, and if you leave me, I'm okay. Like, obviously, yeah, it'll be challenging and shit initially, but I'm fucking okay, and that was amazing to see that that's actually a deeper sense of love. I actually know that the way that I love him now is so much more pure and unconditional than what it used to be when I was so attached and desperate to hold on to someone, because the fear of them leaving me meant that I wasn't good enough and there was something wrong. And then if we shifted into that space of non-attachment, where the relationship was really open and expansive and safe and secure, like free, then I perceived that as, well, I'm not in love with him anymore and I need to leave, and I need to leave this relationship. So that was really interesting. So I hope if you're watching this and this lands for you, let me know, like, if it resonates for you. Is this a pattern that you've experienced where you kind of come out of that space of, oh, I don't actually care if, well, it's not that you don't care, but like, I'd be totally okay if this kind of ended now. Do you freak out and go, holy shit, well, do I love him now? Am I not in love with him anymore? Does that mean that we're not meant to be together? Like, does that mean that the relationship is destined to fail? Or can And do you see yourself as a pattern of kind of sabotaging from that space? Or do you tend to go in and go, yeah, I know that, like, I fucking love getting to that space because I know that that's the real unconditional love, that's the real true love there. It was a really interesting. Yeah, and so cool. I'm so pumped, and I love that, you know, one of my beautiful clients is on here now, actually. Hey, girls. Oh, I'll just say hi. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Simone. I love you all. Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to delving into this stuff at the retreat in February. It's going to be really beautiful. If you're in the Brisbane or Gold Coast or Sunny Coast areas, Byron areas, I've got the retreat happening on February 14th, and the reason I've placed it on that day is because I just used to remember, like, you know, wanting someone to hang with on that night. Even though I didn't really necessarily believe in Valentine's Day, or I used to tell myself that I didn't believe in Valentine's Day, I still kind of was like, oh, you know, it'd be nice to do something. So I've created it on that day. So you don't have to be at home alone feeling sorry for yourself. You can come hang out with some amazing chickie babes, and just have an amazing experience. Vanessa babe, I recommend jumping off maybe and watching from the beginning, hun, because it's all like the gold nuggets just dropped really quickly, and really quickly you'll see when the way I was speaking. It was awesome. But yeah, I'll pop a link anyway in the part at the top of this. I don't even know what to call that, caption, I guess. So you guys can book in, or if you're wanting to kind of have some support through this, I offer one-to-one as well. So if you want to kind of jump in and do some one-to-one mentoring, I've got 3 spots available, and they're probably going to be my last 3 ever one-to-one mentoring spots because the business is shifting a bit. So if you're feeling called and resonating with shifting some of this stuff, like, yeah, that non-attachment is a beautiful space to be in, to be able to just love so unconditionally and not feel like your worth and your joy and your happiness and is dependent on having this person in your life. You get to really step into that space of unconditional love, non-attachment. Okay, that's it. I'm complete. Love you all. Bye. Oh, P.S. Actually, before I jump off, a reminder that I'm not going to be doing a lot of these lives in here anymore on my normal page. So if you want to keep up with all of this content and the love content, you need to join my group, Love Unleashed, because that's where I'm doing majority. There's all like my lives, my group lives are going to be in there, all the challenges, the giveaways, like all of that stuff is happening in that group now. So please, if you're wanting to keep up with all this information, I'm phasing it out completely over the next month. So I'll be limiting how much I'm posting, like doing lives and stuff on my personal page, and really moving towards focusing on the group, because that's where the women are who are really, you know, like committed to doing this work and really healing and growing in love and calling in love in 2019. So if that's you, then head over. I'll pop the link in the section above as well for that, so you can head over and join the group. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you. Mwah, love you. Bye.